there guys, Sean Michael here from WinBeta, and welcome back to another video. Today is our next video in our Windows 10 in-depth series, and we're taking a look at the Photos app. So let's go ahead and get started. Speaking of photos, I want to say thank you very much for this photo that I'm using as my wallpaper. If you want your photo featured in a future video, make sure to put it into the OneDrive folder that I link to in the article accompanying this very video on winbeta.org. So to be honest, I find the Photos app a bit cluttered, but it is part of Windows 10. We're going to go in depth, and it does have some merits for like light editing, sharing photos, viewing photos. Not my favorite Photos app, but honestly, it does some things pretty well. So if you take a lot of photos, you have them from a lot of different sources. This app has a nice feature. You can collect different, you can select different sources, or you can X out if you don't want one of those sources. I had videos here, maybe say, no, don't show those videos anymore. Remove that folder. And that's really nice. You can also have it do things like not showing duplicates if you have multiple copies of the same photo and that sort of thing, which is fairly nice. When it comes to viewing, and you can also jump to editing for many of these, there are a few different options. There's collections, albums, and folders. Collections sort things by date, so if Microsoft says, Sean, I know what you did last summer. You looked at memes and you went to a wedding, which are essentially my plans for every summer for the foreseeable future, but it's nice that I can jump based on that. So if I want to take just a few of these photos from that month, I can select, and then you can easily share using that share icon. You can copy them. I suppose you could delete them as well, though I like those photos. I won't delete those. It was fun drawing on a car like that. That's something everybody should do at a wedding. Anyway, so moving on there, collection view, pretty basic stuff. You could jump into editing and that sort of thing through that, but I'm going to show that in a bit. Albums are a nice feature. Like I said, this isn't my favorite Photos app, but this in itself could be worth it. If you use another photo app for other things, I'd recommend taking a look at this here. I made one earlier, some photos from our team photographer of my American football team, the Renegades. We're the ones in pink. Hashtag roll pink. There you go. So this from this season, my first season here. So you get things from practice, games, and all that. So I want to show you how you can make an album and then easily share it. So you just click here. You can select from multiple different photos. So you say funny meme, football photo, selfie. Make an album, change it to whatever you want. That sounds fine to me. Then you click save. So that's simple enough. And then you can upload it, you can share it, or you can edit things, or you can just remove it, which I will because that was a random album. So that's really nice. If you want to share an album with someone, I definitely recommend looking at this sort of thing. It's an easy way to collect photos and then just share it with one button. You'll also see inside of albums, I have my phone hooked up to OneDrive and every other device. So your camera roll links up there. Here, this is cute. Somebody proposed using one of those movie signs. Took a photo of that on my phone, shows up here. So that's a really nice feature. You also have like save photos and screenshots, that sort of thing. So for me, this is nice because it aggregates a lot of different photos. You also have folder view, which has, you can alter for your photos and videos here. OneDrive, and then I have two pictures because they're both labeled, but one is from my OneDrive and one's not. Obviously, you can make that more organized if you want. So now I'm going to jump into the light editing stuff. So I'm going to go back into this album here. It's that wide shot. Let me take a shot here. Oh, there's one there. So I say, oh, this is me in the corner. You don't see my face, but what if you want to see just me? I want to be egotistical and I want to make some edits. There are a few options I can do. You can click this edit here. I could theoretically crop out them, but there's other action going on. I'm not going to cut that out there. There's some cool things though. So you can enhance, rotate, crop, just basic stuff. You get different filters. What do we look like in black? Oh, it just looks wrong without the pink. Anyway, do lighting, do colors. But here's one cool effect I just want to show you. Selective Focus, easy to use. Pick it on me. Right there, you can change the size, you can change the shape, and I want to show nobody else. And you can do really strong blur for everybody, medium, or really weak. I'm going to go with that's too much. Go with the medium here. There you go. Like that. And then you get this focused on Sean. It looks like the photographer focused on me, but he didn't. I'm going to save a copy because I don't want to override the original. And there you go. Another cool thing is that you can do a slideshow. If you click one photo here, click that slideshow button, you can then use like arrow keys to easily jump back and forth between different photos. And then that is it there. So honestly, that's really about it for the Photos app. You know, if there are other features you find, let me know in the comments. I'm not saying it's absolutely everything, but in terms of the big stuff, that's about it. I think it's a good app. I think that there's room for improvement in terms of the design, but ultimately it is a fairly nice app from Microsoft inside of Windows 10.